EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Green Bay Packers. And off we go from Las Vegas. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he returns this to the 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. On play action, now Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. This one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And this is incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. And now it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
And the Raiders have got him. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 8 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. He'll look downfield for Waller, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Waller taking it in over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Off play action, Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Barnes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. He hits Adams, complete. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 36 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On play action, now Carr steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. He'll dump this down to Dillon. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Muscles him off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down, Dillon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers to throw. Complete, Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw, Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 38 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, that'll be incomplete. But he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing his Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Carr to throw. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.